Are we?
Yes, sir. It says live. We're on now, gentlemen. No countdown.
Well, I have nothing.
You got a crying baby. You got.
Damn, that thing's tight too. I can't. There's no space. All right. Well, welcome to Armed Sports Entertainment. This is going to be our last live that we will be covering everything about Arizona's finest at Harold's Corral, happening this Saturday, November 23rd. This is your staff. You're welcome. We are so excited for this event to come to a head. Let me tell you, after everything that has occurred and everything that has transpired, we are very excited to bring you guys a premiere of super matches at a really, really sick venue. Sweet venue. Me, Steve, and Tim were all there, I believe, Monday of this week, and got to kind of get a scope of the landscape and what we're looking at. And we're going to cover some of those details in this live. Obviously, we'll cover the matches that are still left over. There's about 30 matches. We do have a surprise for you guys that we're going to announce at the event. And then we also... what else? Like I said, have that massive single elimination tournament. Like we do always, we're going to switch over to our sponsor page and thank our sponsors for making this possible. And I'm going to hand that over to Sir Steve West to do so.
What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. First person I'm going to go ahead and send out to out of all of our sponsors is going to be right at the top there, Fuel IV. Michaela Lehmeyer, thank you for everything that you do for this team when it comes to keeping us hydrated and making sure that we are in tip-top shape on Performance Day. Next is going to be IDD, which is basically our umbrella sponsor. They are always growing community knowledge. IDD stands for Intellectual and Developmental Disability Resource Guide. So they do a lot of work with the disabled. If you know anyone that needs some help done, whether it's in-house or out-house, that has a disabled family member, we'd love to get them in contact and see how they can help them. And then also Game Day Men's Health, always making sure that we are set up with our blood work, with our peptides, with our Clomid, with our testosterone replacement therapy if needed. I personally sent 2 individuals over to their office this week, and they reached back out to me and said how thrilled they were with their experience. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you.
Was that a Wild Lewis I hear? Yes, thank you always to all of our sponsors. We appreciate you guys. We're very excited to hang out with you this Saturday. It is all about you. We are trying to expand arm wrestling in Cave Creek. Not a whole lot of arm wrestling you see happening out there in the mountains. So beautiful spot out there. Like I said, Harold's Corral. I can't say that enough. Event's going to start at 12 p.m. We should be wrapping everything up around that 5:30, 6 o'clock mark. And then we will have after pulls there at the event. I will talk about this later, but I want to make it very clear. You are not allowed to after pull, and you are not allowed to pull at this event without signing a waiver. We have that online waiver that will be available at the event when you walk in at the Armed Sports merch table. Okay. Like I said, we should be wrapping everything up around right now, about 6 p.m. So you can go home, get some dinner if you need to, go out and party with us, whatever it may be. But I will say around that 5:30 to 6 o'clock mark is going to be something that happens very, very special. And that is going to be our main event for this event. Super match, best of 5 right hand. The undoubtedly strongest right hand pound for pound in Arizona, from what we know, and against one of Cali's, I believe, born and raised, maybe not born, not sure, but definitely holds some accolades in Cali, Aaron Blevins, who would love to take nothing more to take away that pound for pound number 1 right hand spot from Joseph. We are all very, very, very excited to see that match. And we also will be having the young stud Joseph join us here in a little few. He should be getting on here in a few minutes to talk with us and kind of give us a little insight on what his training has been like, what obviously he's got in the future coming recently and very soon. But yeah, it's good. Always good to hear from the guy. Lewis, your phone sucks. All right, let's try this one more time. If you three boys and the 4 followers that are on here, if you could just copy the link down below, send it to your Facebook, share it, let everybody know that we've got this going on right now. Okay, we can get some more people in this lobby. I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share that also.
And while we're doing that, Steve is going to tell us who he thinks is going to win against Aaron versus Joseph.
Putting me on the spot.
Since he is 2 of the 4 that is an unbiased.
I am an unbiased man. I'm so excited for this match. Honestly, I've only had the opportunity to pull Aaron one time, and that was after he had pulled a ton over at your house after a super match event that we did, John. And he felt really good. I could tell. And here's my biggest thing, John. Arm wrestlers so well, right? So when you heard that Aaron Blevins moved out here, you were so excited.
Yeah.
You were basically like California gold, now here in Arizona. Can't wait to grip up with him.
For sure.
So obviously he has some accolades if you recognize his name, right?
Yeah.
That being said, the first arm wrestling practice I ever went to a little over 2 years ago over at Scott West's house, after I pulled and tried to learn, I had the opportunity to pull against Joseph. He showed up right at the end. And he let me play, and then I felt that lock. And I was just absolutely blown away at the fact that a 160-pound man, me at the time 200 and almost 30 pounds, that he could just lock me up and stop me. And being able to train with him over the course of years, he has not slowed down at all. I would say probably in the last 3 to 4 months, he's taken this more seriously than he has in maybe the last 5 years that he's been in the sport. I believe 5, maybe 4. 5. Okay, 4 years. Yeah. So probably in the last few months, he's taken it a lot more seriously. And I just, only because I know the power of Joseph, I have to go with Joseph. Only because I know the power, because I'm not intelligent enough on Aaron right now.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. What are your thoughts, John?
Nice.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Aaron's on my team, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go, Aaron. Lewis, the second unbiased on this live. Why don't you go ahead and let us know how you feel about the main event, and what you think about it?
I do know Joseph has ramped up training. That's the thing. I have not seen what Aaron's training has been like. Obviously, he might just be keeping it secret. Of course, he's down in Tucson, correct? Okay, so I do know some of the guys he's going to probably train with down there. I know the people that Joseph has been training with out here. So I think Joseph's going to be a little more prepared as far as just his variety of pulling that he's been getting, some different feels. His strength is definitely up there right now. I mean, none of us can doubt that. And then I do know he's got this wave behind him right now, this like momentum with him right now. And I know this is going to carry over to this. It's going to be like a kickstart for him. So I think Joseph's going to come out on top.
I mean,
what's Big Daddy Tim say?
I'm
What's
going to
John's
go ahead
daddy
and
say?
I'm going to go ahead and guess that Tim's going to say Joseph.
100%. Yeah, I mean, he's on my team, right? And I did get a chance to fill him on Sunday night. And we went over a lot of things. I know what Aaron can do. I know his capabilities. He's very, very strong. He's not someone to take lightly. But being that Joseph is on my team, he has that much more power. And so, um, yes, it's going to be Joseph.
Didn't I call it? We'll see Joseph here in just a sec, hopefully, but he's having a little bit of trouble here joining us. We do have some chats here that we want to go over here. All right, there we go. Mr. Justin Maynard joining us. Mr.
I like this
Johnny.
view. I like this view a lot better.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, leave that one.
Okay, don't ever tell me what to do.
Well, you just listen to your daddy.
If you are joining us, the 9 that are, and you haven't, go ahead and throw the biceps up in the chat. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, share the link, get some more people in here. Thank you guys very much. But Clayton, Rad Rob, Johnny, Justin, Drew, thank you guys for joining us always. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, as soon as Joseph gets in here, we will do our best. But we can go ahead and cover some of the details. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go over the matches that we have.
There's Ron Flanick right there checking in. Let's go.
Let's go.
And remember, you will be talking about the matches, but they're not in order, so that will not be.
No. So we have. Let's see. We've got. All right, hold on. I'm sorry.
While you're doing that, John, I guess I can talk a little bit because it's about all the pullers that we have seen over the last 2 weeks. We have had the ability to go to a practice at the dojo the last 2 Sundays and see a lot of the people that are going to be competing at this event as well. They seem really excited. They seem super excited and super motivated to get up on that table, man, especially a lot of the amateurs. So I'm pretty excited to see them pull, see what's bring to the table.
Definitely agree, Steve. I have not been out to any of those practices yet. Been slightly occupied, but yeah, I've seen in the videos they seem excited. Again, super matches give you like center stage, no matter what level you're at.
Yeah,
And I do know some of these matches have a little bit of backstories. And again, I think some of these matches are going to create new stories, so there'll be some rivalries born out of this. So that'll always be cool to see.
absolutely, man. Yeah, we're expecting some really, really good, very close matches. Obviously, we tried to not take weight into consideration with these matches. We just want really good matches in comparison to experience and strength level. What's up, Terry? Thank you so much for being here, brother. I hope that you are healing well. God bless you, my friend, and your family. Keep on doing God's work. Love it. But what I also love about that group there at the dojo is they ask so many questions. It's not these young bucks, these young kids. Like, mind you all, I have a 17-year-old daughter right now, right? And she thinks that she knows everything. The same way that we all did when we were 17, 18 years old. We think that we just know everything. We're going to learn the way that we want to learn. These kids are constantly asking questions. Why do you have your strap low or high? Where do you want to grip when he's doing this? What do you do against hookers versus top rollers? It's amazing. And I even told myself 2 weekends ago when I went there on Sunday, I am not going to train anyone. And I couldn't help it because so many questions are being asked by these amazing kids that really want to learn the sport. And that gets me super excited, even more so excited for this event. So,
Do you want to talk about some giveaways I'm doing this weekend?
hey, man, are we still waiting on Joseph?
Yeah.
It unfortunately does not look like Joseph is going to join us. He's got to be at work here within the hour, and it does not look like the app is letting him in. If he keeps trying, maybe it'll work, but if not, then unfortunately we'll have to try to get him some other time. But yeah, let's go over to Tim. Tim's got some giveaways that he will be
Team
doing.
USA jersey will be up for grabs this weekend.
Nice.
Team USA jersey.
Very cool.
And we will also have a 2017 Zloty jersey up for grabs.
Whoa, I want that.
We'll have that up for grabs this weekend. Did we talk about Washington at all? Well, that's coming up too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely cover that at the end. I'm kind of sad Joseph's not going to be with us.
Let me know. I have something really cool planned for Washington.
Okay.
Maybe we'll save that for another time.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have some lives before then. Let's see here. We're going to go over the matches. We got Michael Lydon versus Ben Freeman, right-handed. We got Steve Kowalski versus Justin Kowalski, right and left-handed. We got Brandon Martin versus Jose Guerrero. And Josue's brother, Isaiah Guerrero, is going to be going against Luis Castaneda. Let's see what else we got on here. Hold on one sec. I'm going through multiple lists and texting Joseph all at the same time.
What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, brother. We will absolutely talk about that when we get to your match, man. I'm pretty excited to hear what these gentlemen have to say about that match too, dude. I think that is one of the closest matches on the card.
Yeah, I'm excited about that match. I'm just going to read from that list online that everyone has. Jack Wilson versus Tim Worth, right-handed. CJ Hall versus Clayton Merrick, right-handed. Anthony Garcia versus Chris Fonseca, right-handed. Titus Burgess versus Max Hodgson, right-handed. David Nestor versus Josh McDaniel, right-handed. Cody Addison versus Cody Nelson, right-handed. Luis Castaneda versus Isaiah Guerrero. Dustin Poston versus S.A. Droopy did fall out. Yeah. Johnny versus Spencer, massive match. Really excited for that one. Another one I'm really excited for, Lawrence Macchio versus Dino, right-handed. Dino is fired up for that match. Let's go, Dino. Ron Flanick versus Greg Brown, fireworks.
Let's go, Ron.
Brandon Oliver versus Cam Brell. Cam Brell will also be taking on Elmer Mata on the left hand. Woodstock Lozano versus Kevin Sanchez canceled, so unfortunately that is no longer going to be happening. Excited to see you guys Saturday. Going to be a great day for arm wrestling. Shout out to Mr. Bustamante. Like I said, Josue is going to be taking on Brandon Martin, Michael Lydon, Ben Freeman, right-handed. Longbeard Sanchez is going to be taking on Leander, right and left-handed.
Nice.
Tim Costello versus Stephen Milne, left and right-handed, massive match. Mr. Donald Mata, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Hope to see you on Saturday. Steve versus Cody, left-handed. Addison, great match. Me versus Eric fell out. That is no longer happening. Heal up Mr. Eric Wolf. He will be in attendance. Octavian versus Cambrell is now being replaced with Elmer. Cody Nelson versus Greg Brown, left hand. Love that match. I was thinking about that match when I was in the bathroom today. I was like, man, I just don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win. I'm excited to see them. Paul Matza versus Max Hodgkins. I'll tell you what, Paul. I pulled Max on Sunday, and the kid is huge and getting better every day. So I hope you're in for a good time on the left hand. John Carlson versus Marcus Evers should be a very fun match. That's definitely got to happen. Kirby versus David Nestor, left-handed. They had a good match at State Fair. David Nestor called Kirby out. Should be a lot of fun. Joseph Moranto versus D'Anthony Miller is canceled. D'Anthony Miller's got pneumonia and was not able to train and make it. So he is going to have to heal up. He didn't die, Steve. Okay. Sid Gotti versus Julius left-handed should be fun. David Burgess versus Mike Miller left-handed should be fun. Aaron Schiermeyer versus Corpus Christi's own Rudy Reyna Jr. from one of Lewis's old teammates there who has moved to Arizona. Donald Mata versus D'Anthony, obviously a fallout because D'Anthony is sick. Edo versus Eric, obviously a fallout because Eric is healing. Justin versus Tito, hate to announce live that is no longer going to be taking place. Tito is not able to make it. He had a bit of an accident, and well wishes with Tito. And then lastly, the worst and last big news and cancel of the event would be Tim Talmadge versus Wayne. Wayne will not be in it. So we're just going to have Tim go up against Casey Stevens in a slap match at the very end of the entire tournament. And that'll be Tim's involvement for the match.
You should do good.
I got Casey. I got Casey.
Lots of canceled matches. Any replacement, Johnny, you're just going to have to show up and see what happens. Like I said, we have a surprise for you guys that is going to be for the loyal ones that do show up. Let me tell you, it's better than all the matches that I just canceled. I'll just tell you that.
Of course you would say that.
Yeah.
I haven't decided on this one yet.
You haven't decided on which one yet?
And I haven't shown anybody this yet. This is out of my private selection.
Okay.
And I thought about bringing it with me and putting a reserve on it this weekend. I'm going to keep thinking about it. But this right here, nobody's ever seen it.
I've heard the story.
This is a signed belt by the people at KOT with Levon versus Hermes.
Whoa.
It's a gold lion strap.
Whoa, dude.
The famous Hermes versus Levon match.
What?
So
I'm pointing out right now.
I might take this out of the private reserve and bring it up this weekend. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm gonna bring it with me. We're gonna see how the mood is.
Okay, there's 14 people in the chat right now. We're gonna go ahead right now and take the opportunity. That's all in the matches. We're covered the matches. So right now we're gonna take the opportunity to cover all the raffles that will be taking place. So what's going to happen is I'm going to cover the raffles that Arm Sports is going to be doing, and then I will hand it off to Steve, and he will talk about some of the raffles that will be happening through our sponsors themselves. Unless Steve doesn't want to do that.
I don't have that information right in front of me, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, it can be vague if you know it. I mean, do you know anything as far as like, isn't it, or Tim knows, what do all the, first and foremost, what do all the super match winners get?
Okay. That I do have.
Go, Steve.
Give me a second. Keep talking.
Oh, I thought you had it, dog.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Man.
While we're waiting for me to find this information, I know number one, Scott West. Looking forward to seeing you again, brother. Can't wait. It's been a while. And Johnny, he asked a question earlier. Who do we all think between him and Spencer Samore? Just curious while I look this up.
Oh, why is Scott's name Robert? Is that his actual government name? I'm interested.
I think it's his middle name.
Weird. Johnny versus Spencer. I think Spencer's on my team. And I think Johnny's on Tim's team.
Yeah, Johnny be good. What do you mean?
Yes. I will say I am, after all the canceled matches, I am the most excited for that match. I think that and Ron versus Greg Brown. That's going to be one of the most competitive matches, I believe. Johnny is very excited about this match. I have gotten to pull with both government name. Whoa. Okay, holler.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's big. Scott, come out Saturday, party with us. Hi, Kayla.
You guys were in here yelling at each other. It just sounded like really loud, so I was coming in to check on you.
Can you hear my son in the background?
No.
Oh, there he is.
John crying and CJ crying sound like the same thing.
My son talking? John, she's
Mama
John's
Bear
daddy.
Here to make sure that we're all playing nice. Hilarious.
Okay, so I do think that Spencer is still going to have the upper hand because of the insight that I've gotten from Justin. Justin Maynard said that Spencer is as strong as he's ever been right now, and if that's the case, that's a problem for anybody. Lewis, who do you got?
I was going to say, Johnny, I've seen your trajectory lately. I haven't spoken to you since the Fit Games, but you did have a good show in there. And like I said, I've been able to see his progression through different competitions. Haven't seen him in a super match setting, but I know how strong he has gotten and he probably is a way bit more stronger than he was in
August.
how long was the Fit Games was a while back. So
August.
I'm gonna give it to Johnny. I know he's got the intensity. I know he's pumped for it, and so that's who I'm picking for this match.
Let's go, Johnny. All right. And Steve, before you let us know all about the winners and what they receive, who do you got?
I'm going to base this off of, again, who I see more often. Spencer Samore, I've heard a lot from you, John. Also, of course, I've never really gripped up with the guy too much. Maybe a little bit in practice here and there, but I hear really, really good things about his trajectory as well. But Johnny, he has a teenage boy that is involved in the sport now, and he's traveling. Like, he came to Colorado, right? We saw him out there. I'm pretty sure that he placed with both arms in certain aspects, and so did his son. So knowing that he not only has a training partner at home anytime he wants within his son, but how he's traveling for the sport, he's taking it super seriously. I know that he's gotten super strong, and his heart's big, dude. So I just, not to say that Spencer's isn't, but I just have to go with Johnny on this one.
Yeah, I've definitely been able to be a part of and see Johnny's progression as well, which has been a blessing and it's been super cool. Sky's the limit when you're European, man. You're born with an extra muscle in your leg. So,
Yeah. So I don't have all the details when it comes to the goodie bags that are going to be going to the winners. I know that we do have enough giveaways from some of our personal sponsors that they have gotten together from other corporations to where we can give away to every athlete at the event, win or lose. We are going to have some special things for the winners as well. Some of those things are going to be restricted based on, age, whether or not you're married, because like trips, a 2-night trip to Vegas is possible. But we got some really, really, really good giveaways. Those are just some things, and all the things that you saw Tim point out too. I can't think of one tournament in Arizona where I've seen these kind of giveaways before.
hold on. Do me a favor. You just kind of like skipped past that. Did you say that the super match winners have the opportunity to have a trip paid for to Vegas?
Correct. Yeah, 2-night stay in Vegas. Obviously, there are some restrictions that apply that they just need to qualify for. But yeah, those were some giveaways that we were able to get from our sponsors, and because of all the work that they've done, for our community, I'm pretty sure that they have enough for all the winners for sure. Possibly some giveaways for like best matches and stuff like that we can coincide when we get to the event.
Donald, I'm not mad at it. If you and Joseph are both down at the event, we'll make it happen. Love it for it. But
I
be
do
careful
have one.
what's
I do.
left of it.
I do have one more thing in the private stock I thought about bringing out this week.
Stop. You have Washington State too.
Well, some of it's probably going there, but I just gotta see. I gotta feel it.
There's got to be a sneak peek, like not a sneak peek on everything for this event.
That's what I mean.
He's still gonna do it. Okay.
A signed KOT 8 Vovoda and John Brezink, every athlete at KOT on an Armed Sport jersey.
Oh,
Every one of them.
Oh my god.
Loda on there. Ooh, I don't know which one I want more, the strap or the shirt.
That's a special one because it was signed on Armed Sports Entertainment.
I personally think that one waits till Washington.
It might.
I think the winner between Cody Addison and me has to get that shirt.
I think that you should choose one of the other for the strap or the shirt for this event. We have plenty of giveaways that we're going to go over here right now. Lewis, go ahead.
I want to look at that shirt tomorrow, just saying. So, I'm going to have my backpack with me just in case,
Well, I mean, these are things that we can do, right? And, I like doing these things. And keep in mind that next year for Arizona State, we're probably going to have some badass giveaways that we're going to end up maybe a Armed Sports Entertainment shirt signed by Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall. Maybe an Armed Sports Entertainment shirt signed by Levon and Jerry. Hey, you never know.
Or signed by Joseph.
Or signed by John Belak. Calm down.
Whoa, wake up. Just kidding.
Anyways, Armed Sports Entertainment has said that they will be raffling off some gnarly stuff. There's going to be an apparel package. There's going to be memorabilia like a strap signed by Hermes and Levon and other athletes. Potentially, if not that, maybe also that KOT jersey signed by Alexei Vovoda, John Brezink, some massive names. We also will be raffling off, drum roll please, an arm wrestling table. I don't know what we have decided yet on the raffle cost. I think it's probably going to be like $5, maybe $10 at the very most.
I think
You can win an arm wrestling table for that.
And there will be more blind giveaways also, not just the arm wrestling table, but again, our sponsors have put together some blind giveaways. I know that the last time I went to one of their events in this particular area, there were like 10 different blind giveaways, and they all ranged from like a free cutting set to a trip to Cancun to
Right.
you know, all these different things. And I believe what one of our sponsors that is running this blind giveaway, this blind raffle, said it would be $5 for one ticket, or it would be $20 for 5 tickets. So you have the option for that. You can decide what you're going to raffle off on. And yeah, man, my buddy Ted at the last raffle ended up winning a 7-day trip that was completely paid for like $20. So it's pretty cool.
Arm wrestling table, memorabilia, trips, handles, giving away a handle and some straps from Arm Combat. What else are we giving away? I think we're giving away. No, not doing that anymore.
Are we doing the one night stay with Luis Ferreira, all inclusive?
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
That's
If
right.
you would go over the details with that, Lewis, please feel
Live
free.
auction on stage. I'm bidding. I'm buying.
Goodness.
Oh wait, that was the wrong auction. Never mind. That's the following weekend.
Yeah.
So what it will look like is you will walk in anytime after 11:30. We'll be there. But 12 o'clock is when the event is actually going to start. But we would like everybody to show up early. Try to get there around the 11:30 mark if you can for parking.
10:30. 10:30.
Whatever.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Get some food. Get some food. Hang out.
Pitch a tent.
Music will be going. Come get a spot.
Yeah, but come hang out. We'll be there. We do want you there for a majority of the event because once again, the ending of the event is definitely going to be the shebang. But we want you there. We want you to get settled, find your area if you need to, get a online waiver signed that will get you a wristband. That online waiver is signed, will get you a wristband. Like I said, you are not allowed on an arm wrestling table without that wristband. So if you have a right-handed match, make sure it goes on your left hand. If you got both hands, make sure it's in your pocket. I don't know, however you want to do it, but you better make sure that a wristband is visible while you are on the arm wrestling table. This also goes for after pulls. Maybe you're not an athlete. Maybe like Robert West, that's going to be weird to say, is going to be going to the event as a spectator and wants to arm wrestle in the after pulls. He's going to have to sign a waiver as well. Okay. Just to keep you guys, all of us safe, all in the event. We've got cornhole. We've got pool tables. We've got massive foursquare. Like I said, Casey Stevens is going to just slap Tim into another realm. What else?
They got one of those punching machines too.
Punching machines there. I mean, not to mention, as far as a scenic view, we probably could not have chose a better outside venue and event. Please keep that in mind. Wear your sunscreen. We will have lots of tents. We will have lots of shade. It's still Scott, dude. Well, you're confusing us, okay? Love you, dude. There will be plenty of shade. There'll be plenty of tables, plenty of seating, plenty of everything. Like we said, man, it's a shame if you weren't a part of this event or weren't able to be a part of this event. It's going to be one of a kind. It's going to be something that arm wrestling in Arizona is going to look back on and say, man, I wish that this was every month. We're going to do our damnedest to try to do something like this every year. But as based on how hard it is, I just want everyone to know and appreciate the work and the time and the energy and the money, with the sponsors, the time spent with relations to make this thing happen. Shout out to Harold's, shout out to Game Day, shout out to to Fuel IV, IDD, Arm Sports Entertainment. Plenty of the sponsors that will be there. What I'm trying to explain is that it doesn't just happen with one person saying, "Hey, I'm going to throw a tournament," or "I'm going to throw an event." It takes a village to build this, and I'm very, 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 very excited for everybody that's going to be able to be a part of this event on Saturday. I cannot wait to slay Tim.
I hope you do.
I just wanted to say that while he was off.
Donnie, yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's where everyone is. Or, I'm sorry. Is that incorrect? It's an online.
Can we sign the waiver at the event? I didn't really hear that. Yes, you will show up, and that will be the very first thing that you do, Donald. If you did not prepay, which you should have already, we will have you sign a waiver, get your wristband, and that will allow us to know that you're safe to pull on the table. It's an online waiver. It's the easiest thing you've ever done. It takes less than 5 minutes. It's
It
awesome.
will be. We'll have it on iPads there. It's literally you show up, you just type a couple things on the iPad and click submit, and it's done. I mean, we'll have probably 2 iPads going. We'll probably have I mean, it'll be really easy.
Hey,
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what we got going on at the Arm Sports Entertainment merch table?
A lot. It's in my living room right now. A bunch of variety of colors of shirts, sizes, everything will be freshly printed tomorrow, all day long, and Friday. And then I went, because it's getting a little colder out. It's gonna be nice during the day, but I did went with the first ever gray Arm Sports hoodie for you guys. So
Whoa.
we will have gray Arm Sport hoodies there. Same
Steve
price
gets
as the
last
red
pick.
and the black ones. They're $50. They're the sports tech, super nice, not too light, not too heavy. I think we have like 5 in the smaller sizes, 10 in the bigger ones. So
They're
there's gonna
going.
be there gonna be plenty. But I'm telling you, you're gonna want to get them early because the last time I had them at an event, they were gone by I don't know the 1.5 hour mark into it, and they're hard to get a hold of.
They're
So
sick. The gray is going to be sick.
yep.
And then did you do or do you have any more of the lightweight hoodies?
There's a very select few. I just dug out the box that I just found some more. Don't know what sizes yet, but they will be there. There'll be some.
Yeah, those are some of the best ones too. Arizona is known for having this 70 to 60-degree weather. You can wear it during the day. You can work out in it. It's great. I love
Yep.
it. It's my favorite things to wear. So yes. So once again, what did we cover? We covered the matches. We covered the giveaways. We covered how Tim's gonna just look funny after it's all said and done with. Um,
We'll see.
we thanked our sponsors. We talked about the waivers and the wristbands. Will you be bringing merch to Washington, Tim?
Terry, there's going to be so much damn merch in Washington. It's crazy. I went overboard this year because I felt bad that the last year I sold out so fast and people wanted stuff because we did a lot of pre-sales last year. And, some people don't see the pre-sales. I get it. So there's going to be like 2 full merch tables with pretty much every color shirt you can imagine. Plus, there'll be hoodies and some other things. There's going to be a lot of stuff there.
Washington's going to be an insane event. I mean, over 300 last year, right? We're expecting even more this year.
Yeah, we hit like 320 something last year, 330. And I just the text messages I've been getting, I mean, guys from New York coming, Florida coming, Texas, Colorado, a handful, bunch in South Dakota, North Dakota are coming out. I expect it to be probably the largest one we've ever done. And it's kind of like a 2 day, it's there's a lot going on. And
because you got matches on Friday, right? And
yeah,
then on you have, I believe, the Super 64 for the 198ers for the Aries, and then after that, you got Washington State.
Yeah, so I mean, there'll be the pay-per-view card will be out. I mean, it's all the matches have been released, but we're making an actual pay-per-view flyer, and it's the Armed Sports Entertainment pay-per-view number 2. There's going to be more next year. We're going to do 1 or 2 next year as well. But it's going to be electrifying. The music, sparks walking down an aisleway. I mean, you name it, and loud music. It's going to be awesome.
I want everybody to throw their predictions in the group chat right now for Joseph versus Kevin Palco, King of the Table, December 14th, Saturday. This is like predominantly all Arizona people, so I just want Joseph's name littered amongst the comments in the live chat. And then this would also be your very last chance here, the last 5 minutes, to go ahead and ask any last questions, any questions that you have for the Arizona's Finest about anything and everything. Please feel free to put that in the chat now, so that we can get that covered for you guys, okay? Not going to lie, I'm getting nervous, Terry said. Terry, it's just cool to be in the room.
Terry, once you're there, dude, you're gonna have so much fun. It's like the people you're gonna see. I mean, it's live. It's literally like I mean, if you've been to Arizona State, that's a different type of hype. You know, this isn't like a full theater room seating, like a big long entrance way down with the stage all lit up with all these lights. I mean, it's second to none. And again, I just want to keep jumping. I'm going to keep talking for a second while you're getting some chats in here. Um, Everybody, please support King of the Table. The what they're doing in the United States is something that we'll never like. It's special, and they're willing to keep doing more with the support of everybody like that. We can announce that us four will be in that building in Atlantic City, and I will be reffing King of the Table this year. So please go and support it, because I don't like traveling 19 hours on a plane to Dubai. I like it to be in our backyard some more. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
be awesome.
Yeah, so many
And
plans for 2025, you know, and it really just all of this doesn't happen without the support of all the athletes and the spectators. So you all as athletes, you love this sport, show the support. I didn't
Well,
compete to make it worked.
I think Tim and Lewis probably can speak the biggest on it because they were in the building for it. But the East versus West that took place in Florida, I can imagine was probably an energy unlike anything that was felt at any other East versus West ever. And that was
anything ever. It was chilling. It was like you had chills up and down your body from how electric it was in there.
right.
And it was just we've
That's
never
what
seen
American
anything like
events.
that.
That's what American events look like, and that's more to expect
Right.
with things that come along with King of the Table and East versus West being hosted here in the United States. If you didn't know, I'm sure I don't know. I was away for a sec, but if you didn't know, King of the Table is throwing a tournament the Friday prior to, on the same Friday as the event. So it brings in spectators, it brings in arm wrestlers, and the bigger that those events get, the bigger the tournaments will get. Tim was a referee and he was a part of the tournament that was right before East versus West. He was actually a competitor. And he can speak to, I think they had over 220, around 250 entries, and that was the first time they ever done it.
Yeah, it was right around like 245, and it was literally like, but we're more prepared for it this time. Like,
Right. But what I
we'll be
mean is
ready.
that number is only going to get bigger and bigger the more
Yeah.
that East versus West and King of the Table has these home events in the United States.
Right.
I'm
Brown,
running the cornhole board Saturday night, says
Greg
Greg.
Brown?
You know he is too.
Listen, buddy, listen. As
Cornhole
soon
player
as
for
the
a long
whiskey
time.
starts flowing, you are fucked.
I
I'm
can't
going to
I
beat
can't wait
you.
to see that, Tim, because Greg was a legit, probably still is a legit cornhole player. He was actually on, what do they call that? CLA or whatever. It's the big.
It's the ACL. Yeah, I was over at Bell Bank Park. I know what it's about.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
we can play.
I do. I do. The one thing I want to say about our event, guys, because this is something that personally I feel every time that we go to an event that's local, a lot of people show up, a lot of people show support, but the energy inside of the room needs to just be volatile, right? That's what we're looking for. We want clips so we can show people that are interested in not only competing but also supporting arm wrestling across the United States. how invigorating it could be at an event. So when you show up this coming Saturday, when you see two people, either Fuel IV team or Team Game Day, and you decide that's my teammate for this round, that's who I want to see win, I want you hyping them up as much as possible.
Yes.
Let's get loud during the event. Don't be scared to scream. We're outside, guys. Everyone wants to feel that energy.
Hey,
Absolutely. Can we I'm sorry. Can we bring in outside drinks or food? No, unfortunately.
no.
Any waters, any food, any drinks that come from outside will have to be left at the front door. This is a full blown restaurant / bar. So they will have everything for us. There will be water stations that are going to be available at no cost, of course. And obviously an open bar and open restaurant the entire time. So again, the energy when I enter the arena is unmatched. I love it, President Donald Trump. Oh my
Love
God.
it.
Yeah, Greg Brown, my bag's always in my car. Let's run it, baby. I love it. That's awesome.
But that was the original reason and idea of me and Tim Talmadge, TT, the man himself, throwing this event, was the energy that we felt from North versus South in California.
Yeah.
We left that event feeling like, man, let's do this in our backyard. Let's get Arizona to do this. Let's get everybody behind it. I really do hope that that's what happens this weekend. Like Steve said, it's really easy to do when you're. Did Scott Robert just call me out on our live?
Topic. Keep on going.
So yeah, please, like he said, just let's please make it as electrifying as possible. Root for who your friend is. Doesn't have to be a teammate unless you're on the team itself. Then you will literally get kicked off my team if you root for Tim's team.
It's over already. It was over the night of the draft. Greg Brown, do they sell caffeine? I believe they do have energy drinks if that's what you're looking for. The soda, they have all those. Donnie, if it makes sense, truly, if it makes sense, if you get there or somebody else gets there you know of, and they're two Arizona guys, and me and John feel like it makes sense for that day, hell yeah, we'll throw them on there.
I can tell you two right now that I'm already thinking of. Donnie, I have no problem. You want to pull Joseph left-handed. I don't know how competitive that match is because I haven't felt your left in a very long time, and I've just recently felt Joseph's. And then another one is, and I haven't said this to anybody yet, but Woodstock has a fallout and Dustin Poston has a fallout.
I mean, there's a weight gap there, but at the same time, the strength gap. We said we weren't going to even look at weight when it came to these matches.
And not only that, but Droopy, if you've seen Droopy lately, Droopy's like over 200 pounds. And I think Woodstock's only like 210, 215. So, I mean, it's a gap, yeah, but at the same time, like you said, that would be up to them. So,
were you talking about Droopy or Dustin Poston? Because I think you said Dustin Poston first.
No, Droopy. Droopy's like over 200 pounds.
No, I know. But I thought you were saying for the match Woodstock versus Dustin Poston.
Dustin Poston. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if either of them are watching this. I don't know whether or not either of them are interested, whether they've pulled each other, whether or not they know that that's a match or not. I just know that two of them fell out, and they'll most likely both be there. So if that's the case, then we'll make it happen. I will say I don't want this to get carried away, and I will repeat that. I do not want this to get – Carlos Zamorano lives in Phoenix, and he wanted a match. Lives in Phoenix?
Greg, when did this happen?
When did this happen? Droopy was the fallout. Droopy is in Utah. He's not able to make the match, or else we'd love to, Ed.
He had to work, unfortunately. He's not very happy about it if you catch him on social.
I did not know that Carlos lived in Phoenix. Carlos better come train with us. I mean, I know he doesn't know English, but nonetheless.
You know Greg is pulling your chain, right?
I don't know. But I have heard through the grapevine that there may be some Mexicali guys there for the after pulls. There might be some Cali guys there for the after pulls. There might be some people that you don't see very often there in the after pulls. So I would just say you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to show up, right?
And we can just go ahead and say the person who is filming this event has a lot of pull around the world. Show up. You never know what could happen.
Let's just say that Adam Silver came to Phoenix and shot a video with Joseph, and 2 weeks later, Joseph had a match.
Okay.
So, once again, lots of opportunity, lots of reason to come hang out with us on Saturday. I appreciate you all. Harold's, Corral, Cave Creek, 11 a.m., 12 p.m., whatever you want. Just don't show up after 12:30 p.m. or else you will be late. Okay, we have lots to do and lots to cover that 12 to 1 p.m. Mark. Okay, come prepared. Come. Okay, I'm glad. Please share this with everybody that's an athlete because this is the most important thing. No, for real, he lives in Glendale. Okay, well, he may not get a super match this week. Maybe he will. You know what? I got an idea. So, Greg, you and me, we'll talk after this live. Okay?
We also need to make sure this doesn't get out of hand with adding too many because this is about Team Game Day versus Team Fuel IV. We have all those.
Won't even affect it.
Cool.
I mean, I'd be fun to go with Joseph. I'll most likely get beat, and once again, Donald, at a certain level, we want it to be fun, but at a certain level, we do want them to be competitive matches. We don't need to fill matches. We don't need to just throw everything in there. We don't need to drag this thing out longer than it's going to be. We want it to make sense. If it makes sense, then we'll throw it. But like I said before, we do not want to get carried away with this. I do want to say though, warm up heavily. Warm up more than you would for anything. A normal practice, warm up more than you would for a normal tournament. It's going to be a high of 75. It's going to be beautiful outside. You're going to be in the sun. You're going to feel great. But at the same time, like I said, we're not going to get Carlos a super match. But like I said, I have a good idea. Okay. Warm up because having outside tournaments, especially in somewhat of cold, is viable for some injuries. We don't want that to happen. So warm up, bands with a training partner, whatever it may be.
Bring your bands if you have them.
Yes.
Also.
Yes. So please keep that in mind. Prepare yourself. Get a good breakfast in that day. If you have a super match, there will be plenty of food to keep you fed while you're there. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. Harold's Corral, Cave Creek, 12 p.m. is the start. 1 p.m. is the super matches.
They do serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, everyone, just so you're aware. In case you are running late and you want to get there on time and you haven't had a meal yet, come on through. Get them some breakfast for sure.
Yes. Tim, anything you got before we sign off? My son's crying and needs me.
No, sorry, my phone just died. Just look forward to seeing everybody there. It's gonna be a blast. And if you're not there, you missed out. It's gonna be awesome, just like always.
Yeah.
Bring the energy, everyone. Let's make this thing epic.
That's your cue, Lewis.
Hey, I was just gonna add. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of these people that are in these matches that I haven't seen in a while. It's gonna be pretty awesome. I am gonna be there with my camera, both film and picture camera. So I am gonna be taking a lot of pictures, film just throughout the venue. Some side stuff. But I will be making for sure a photo album of the entire event. So if you want in on a picture, make yourself available, be wild, be crazy, be animated. I'm going to make a huge album. I will post that up probably a couple days after the event. And, like I said, hope to see everybody there.
Yes, Lewis has a very important job, not only of taking the pictures of everybody, but he will also be what we call the stager. So if you've ever been to an Armed Sports Entertainment event or any good tournament, what's up, Paul Stevens? It's always nice to have a staging area. So if you're the next match or you're the next super match or on deck in the hole, whatever you want to call it, we'll have an area for those athletes to hang out and warm up at. And Lewis is going to be in charge of making sure that everybody knows when their match will be coming up as far as a match order with those things. So it will be all organized and fine. It will look good. Looking forward to watching this. Yes, Paul, it will be live streamed. Tim, where are we live streaming it at?
Well, we haven't really decided. It's either gonna be on Armed Sports Entertainment's YouTube or our Facebook. It's most likely gonna be on our YouTube.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll throw up the link once we get all that set up. We'll definitely
Yes.
be putting updates on Facebook anyways, so we'll have the link up there.
But if you have not seen the North versus South video that Adam Silver made when he was in California, please go watch that video from
Yes.
now until Saturday. Through an entirety. Watch that match, watch that video, and get prepared for this event because that's exactly what is coming. I'm excited for it,
Absolutely.
boys.
Same, man. Same. Can't wait.
YouTube better YouTube. Well, yeah, I mean, because you got like 20,000 followers, legendary Bulkin. Shout out to Terry. Awesome. Thank you to all for everything you do for the sport of arm wrestling. God bless. God bless, Terry. God bless to all of you. Share this video. We'll see you Saturday. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Tim's bald head. And I love you all.
Let's go, baby. See y'all soon on Saturday.